Hello everybody, my name is David. Thank you for joining me in today's question and answer video that I do every single Monday. First thing I want to do is welcome new subscribers. Hello everybody, thank you for subscribing, and please take advantage of what I have to offer, and that's answering questions. So please ask any questions you want. How this works, people still are confused, so that's why I have to go through this every Monday for new people. So any questions you have, just go down in the comment section, ask anything you want. It should always be on the last current Q&A video. It's every Monday, okay? Make sure it's on the last one. If you go back further, I miss them. I don't get them, okay? So every single Monday, new video comes out. Ask your questions in the comment section. Come back next Monday and watch for your answer, okay? Thank you so much. I want to thank Willa and PWS for your donations to the channel. Thank you both very, very much. They really, really help. It's just a really, really kind gesture that really keeps me going, motivated, okay? So thank you. You're helping people that need this information, so that's what you're doing. Anything you put into this channel, I make sure I put back out to people who need it. So thank you very, very much. Recommendation today. Client showed me a photo of some journals she bought off of Amazon. I'm putting the picture of them. You might have already seen it in the beginning. Maybe I'll put it right here. I don't know. But somewhere you'll see a photo of 3 different journals you can get on Amazon that I thought were pretty cool. They're all about narcissists. Right on the cover, they have 3 different narcissist sayings, about journaling. And I think they're great. Really, it's just to offer and to inspire you guys to write down thoughts and feelings and questions, okay? Really, really beneficial for you. So if you want, go ahead and go on, you can find them on Amazon. Maybe I'll put the link in the description box. Okay, thank you. And locations is the only thing I ask for you guys to ask questions. Please just tell us where you're from. City, state, country, hemisphere, planet. Just let us know where you're from. All of us really like to know. As you guys know, as you're victims of this stuff, you feel very alone, very isolated. To realize that there's other victims like yourself really helps. It helps in validation. A little bit of company with misery really helps, okay? So I appreciate it if you could tell us your locations. Thank you. So let's get started with the first question from Carlos from Guatemala. Hello, Carlos. What happened in a female narcissist's mind when all her Hoover attempts failed and she burned all the bridges to me? So maybe you had a relationship, a friendship with her, and it's over, and she's tried and hoovered you back in a couple times. Now they don't work anymore. Now she goes to you and sends you messages. You don't reply. How does that feel to a narcissist? Well, from what I've gathered, it's the worst. It's the worst, the worst, the worst. The worst thing you could do, anything worse than this, would be to go and be really successful, be really happy, okay? And I'm serious. So no contact, it kills them. They feed, they live, they need attention. They need this stuff, okay? They need people's attention. Narcissists cannot be narcissists without other people, okay? Sick, exploitative people need people. If they don't have you, they can't control you, they hate it. It's awful, and that's why they smear campaign. They try to control the people around you if they can't control you. So it's awful. It's awful. It's the worst thing you could do to them. And like I said, leaving them behind in their sickness as you become healthier and happier, it kills them. It kills them. Brandon from Phoenix, Arizona. Hello, Brandon. I've been struggling with being vulnerable and trusting people. Any ideas? Yeah, Brandon, all my videos are about recovering from this, okay? All of them. Even the ones I talk about narcissists, because you're learning. So keep learning, keep healing from your experience. Stop isolating. Most things in life that we want to do and that are hard to do, or something that we want to, something we want to do every day, some new habit we want to take on every week, every month. We've got to do it. We got to take those baby steps, and then it will come. The rest will come. So you're worried about trusting people. What this is your oxytocin is extremely low. I bet you have none. This is a hormone that helps people trust others, and love others. So you've had bad experiences. Try to realize this, okay, Brandon? You've had bad experiences. You need good ones, period. That's what's going on. You're scared. You have no confidence because of your experiences have been horrible. So our brain tells us that's what's going to keep happening. You got to stop it. You got to fight it. And you got to try with people again. I'm not saying go right up and start dating again. Okay? I'm saying just have interactions with people. You know, if you can make new friends and stuff like this, that's awesome. Strengthen the relationships you have with people now. Okay? This is what will help you not be so scared. This is what will help you feeling vulnerable. Okay? So it really is this. It really is about this. And for people who isolate too much, you're going to get into a rut where that's normal, where that feels normal, where going out is going to feel worse and worse and worse the longer you go. All right? So we got to push ourselves. Little things, Brandon, and all of you. Little things. We talk to people on the phone. We try to tell a friend, can I talk to you on the phone every Wednesday night at 10 o'clock for a half an hour? Try and get that situated. Try and get that going every week. One person you meet for lunch. One person you do something on the weekends with. Keep doing this. Keep pushing yourself, Brandon. Find new interests in life. When you find new interests in life, you start having goals. You start realizing you go from life is horrible, when is it over, to, oh my gosh, there's not enough time in life. Oh, I want to do all these things. Oh my God. And you just go. I'm telling you, make your life more interesting by finding new interests. And I talk about all this stuff in my CPTSD videos. I made a whole playlist, Healing CPTSD. Please watch them, guys. Answers all these questions about healing. Okay? Thank you. Amy from Chicago. Hello, Amy. Do covert, passive-aggressive narcissists discard 100%? I'll always say no. When you always say always or all or 100%, no. Or will they always be popping up somewhere, and could they be dangerous? Well, anybody can be dangerous. A title, a diagnosis of a personality disorder does not mean someone is dangerous or not dangerous, okay? I'm not going to say every single psychopath is dangerous, and I'm not going to say, or I'm not going to say every single psychopath is not dangerous. I can't say that. It's individual, guys. It's person by person. So could they be dangerous? Sure. Best thing to do, Amy, is when we discover this information about somebody, we think they're huge. We monster size them, okay? So shrink them back down to the little child they are and realize if they weren't dangerous when you knew them, they're probably not dangerous now. If they didn't hit you, they probably won't hit you, okay? If they were dangerous, then they still are dangerous. If they're not, they probably aren't, okay? Good rule to go by. So do passive-aggressive narcissists discard 100%? No, of course not. Of course not. And try to realize, start learning why narcissists discard you. And realize that a lot of the times, it's not a discard. A lot of times, if it is, why do they come back? Right? What they're doing, try to realize that they cannot handle these kinds of responsibilities. They cannot be accountable for their actions. They're not going to try and make you feel sorry because it makes them vulnerable. I mean, they're not going to try and say sorry and make you feel better because it makes them too vulnerable. They can't do this. Okay? They lack the tools to have a healthy relationship. They cannot have a functional relationship with anybody. Okay? And only with people that aren't the healthiest in the beginning. People like us, people that have been neglected and abused in our childhood. Okay? So we are with them and finally they discard you. Okay? And normally it's just because they can't handle the things that it takes to break up with somebody or even be with somebody. They realize they can't handle the emotions, the responsibilities. They're too jealous. They're too paranoid. They feel too ashamed of themselves. They feel like you're going to leave them too much. It's overwhelming and they leave. They bail. Try to realize that it's not always just to hurt you, just to torture you, and that they just totally don't care. I guarantee you that's not what the case is. That they just don't care at all. If they didn't care, they wouldn't smear campaign you. If they didn't care, they wouldn't hoover. If they didn't care, they wouldn't post their new girlfriend or boyfriend 2 weeks later on Facebook. That's why they're doing it to you. They care, they just can't handle things the right way. They can't process emotions correctly. Okay? They can't make big decisions for themselves. They sabotage themselves. They sabotage relationships. Okay? Hope that makes sense. And I know I'm saying this name wrong. Erais? Sorry I'm saying it wrong. Please try to correct me if you can find a way to tell me. from Mexico. Thank you, David. I'm feeling better day by day. Oh, good. You're welcome. Good for you. I'm getting it now. Wow. I'm Mexican, and I remember my husband telling me, I like Mexicans. They're brown, short, and quiet. And then you go on to say that you're all of those, and that he is 6'2", blue eyes, and white. He likes to be admired and show superiority. Well, he would like to show superiority because how he feels is inferior. It's his inferiority complex that makes him do these things. So if I feel inferior to society, I would feel more comfortable with people shorter than me. I would feel more comfortable with people that are quiet, passive, don't say anything, don't call me out on my crap, and just nod and, smile. That's what would feel better for someone who feels inferior to people. So he doesn't feel superior. He wants to, but he's covering up his inferiority. Hope that makes sense. Thank you. Let's see, how many we got here? Do one more. Bluebell. So this is a statement I wanted to read because it's a good one. And it's not that I agree with them. It's really important you guys read this. And so I'm going to use this as an example. I'm sorry, coach, but I can't agree with this is a learning experience. Being tortured publicly and in your family and losing your entire family sounds more like terrorism to me. And I want to say I'm sorry. I'm very, very sorry to all of you who experience anything similar to this. I understand, and I'm not trying to take your pain away by saying I understand. I'm not trying to say I've been there, I know it all. Okay? I don't know your experience. I don't know how bad it was. I don't know everything you lost, and I don't know how you feel. But, here's the but. Don't do this to yourself. Don't do this to yourself. Don't refuse to learn something from this. No matter what, if you learn anything at all, then it is a learning experience, okay? So don't do that to yourself. You're going to learn something, whether you like it or not, whether you try to or not, whether you blame everybody else or not. You're going to learn something. We all learn something from every experience. So every experience is a learning experience, okay? Narcissists don't learn much from these experiences. They move on to the next person and they repeat and repeat and repeat. Why do they keep doing this? Why? Because they don't learn. They aren't learning anything. They're blaming the other person. Don't do that, okay? Don't do that. If this is the biggest experience, the most powerful, impactful experience in your life, then by God, you've got to learn something. By God, learn as much as you can. Never stop learning from this experience for the rest of your life. I'm serious. There's that much to learn that you should never stop learning from this experience. If you do not learn from this experience, I promise you, you will repeat it. I absolutely promise you. If you don't learn this lesson, you will repeat it, the lesson. Because this is a lesson. And you can learn from it or you cannot. Okay? I'm telling you, I know. I don't know what you've been through. I don't know how bad it is. But I know for a fact you need to learn something from this. That's why it happened. There's something that we haven't learned. And that's why we fall into these experiences. Try to realize what's different about you and why this happened to you, why you did this, okay? Try to find that answer. That answer will set you free, I promise. I promise. Don't sell yourself short, especially your future in your life. If you feel bad, learn how to make yourself feel better. Learn how to do that. Because there's nobody else in the world that can do that for you. I promise. Okay? There's nobody. You've got to learn how to do that yourself, and then you learn, and then you don't do it again. Okay? Good luck. And I'll stop part one here. Okay, guys? If you could please help me. What I'm trying to do is get this information as big as it can get so that it reaches as far as it can, so that it helps as many people as possible. Okay? All you guys know how much it felt, how much better it felt, and how much it changed your life to learn this information. So please help spread this by supporting my videos, by voting up and down, commenting, putting it and sharing it in groups and social media accounts, giving to people who need it. Okay. Thank you all. Part 2 is next. Thank you. I'll see you in part 2. Bye-bye.